Welcome to another one here on the Mateo Franco DC channel. I have my girlfriend Brandy with me. In today's video, we are going to be reviewing this Airbnb that we found in St. Petersburg, Florida. We thought it was so good that we wanted to share it with y'all. We'll go over pros, cons, what price we got it for. Y'all can price search it too. Maybe it's just the week that we got it. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's always this. But we wanted to share it with y'all. Y'all can see the view behind us. We purposely recorded right in front of it for y'all to see. But we'll go over all that in today's video. We're going to go over the inside. We're going to go over the view, some things around here as well. We'll also go over Brandy's from St. Pete, so she'll give you some things to do around the area. We'll give you some pros on the travel experience. There's some things that we definitely messed up that we could have made our lives a lot easier, and we'll share all that with you. There are some hidden fees as well, so we'll go over all that in today's video. All right, let's dive into it. So we're going to be touring the Airbnb. We'll show you what it looks like first, and then we'll go over some of the things that are around the area. We're actually recording this on our last day. That's why we all look so super tan. Doing this over again, we probably would have recorded on the first day, and then we would have recorded actually all the places that we went to as well. So we'll actually just share links to that so you guys can still find that. Okay. We'll start with the kitchen. I'm going to hand it over to Brandy. We're still learning, so we've got this little mic for both of us. But Brandy's going to just describe the kitchen, things that she likes about it, and we'll keep going from there.
All right, so kitchen-wise, I love that it's a bigger concept. Like, you have plenty of space, and also when you're doing dishes, you're looking at the ocean, which that is like a whole thing for me. I don't want to be doing dishes looking at a wall. So that's number one that I love about it. The appliances are really nice. Plenty of bowl storages. Plenty of bowls, storage, a bunch of different margarita glasses, coffee cups. Like, it's just like they set it up very, very cute. The sink is nice too. It's like a deeper sink. It's bigger. There's like an actual drying rack in the sink, which I appreciate because Mateo and I are pretty simple. We'll just do dishes and just put them to the side. And then we didn't have to worry about taking up counter space with dishes, which was nice. It's also a dishwasher, so we ran the dishwasher today. We only ran it once. We were here for about 7 days. I just hand washed everything. Stove's awesome. I got to cook, make pancakes, eggs, heated up rotisserie chicken on the stove. So just really great. There's also a desk that backs up to the kitchen, which is really nice. So if you want to work, there's also a window in front of you. You're not looking at the ocean, but there's still a window for natural looking. I think that's all I have for kitchen though.
Cool. Yeah, the desk I definitely wouldn't work at just because it's facing away from the ocean, like directly into where the elevator is. So I work from the opposite side whenever we did our videos or want to do something. She did a really good job explaining that too. The one things I look at a few of the cons. They do have a coffee maker here, which is good too. All their appliances are top notch, so they're really good. There is a washer and dryer too. Not really, it's next to the kitchen. But they don't have a blender. So if you're a margarita lover or like blending that, they don't have that. What I'll encourage is you could actually just buy it for the unit. So when we came here, we've seen that people have left certain things. So there was like an umbrella for us. There's a volleyball, snorkel. There are no beach towels. So that's our donation to the pot is the beach towels. But as far as the kitchen, yeah, the appliances are really, really nice. Let's transition into the bedroom where we're currently sitting. A couple of things. The TVs that they have are really nice. Weirdly, I was doing research on these TVs about a year ago, but they look like wall frames, like where you could have art just going across it. So you can, when you open the TV, you can actually put pictures will go across where it's like art, but they're really thin TVs. It blends really well with the bedroom. It's very white, which Brandy told me helps reflect a lot of the natural light, which it just feels very homey. So that is the bedroom. There's one king size. There's a guest bedroom with two, I think, twins. They're small beds. So ideally for this trip, you probably wouldn't do 4 adults. I mean, they could if they want to sleep in there individually with a king. This is by the ocean. It's right behind us. So you will hear some of the waves crashing at night. Not a big deal. I actually like that, sleeping on this side. And then the guest rooms, there is a bar across the way. We'll take a video of that and put that on the screen. But there is like a beach bar across there, so you may hear some of that noise coming over. Would be something to consider. And then I'll let you kind of add anything there, and then if you want to touch on the bathrooms and showers.
Yeah, so what Mateo was saying is So the guest bedroom is backed up to the front door, and that front door across the way of the water is 2 or 3 bars, I think. And so sometimes at night you can hear the music, especially on the weekends. It was like Friday, Saturday where it was like booming. Guest bathroom is just a bathroom. Showers are beautiful, great. There isn't a tub. I would have wished there was a tub in the master bathroom because I would have loved to soak for a couple days. We were a little sore, and tired, but it's fine. Like the showers were great. Bathroom's great. There's plenty of space for both people in the master bathroom. Huge walk-in closet, and there was plenty of drawer space, which was really nice. So we didn't have to compromise on that at all. Like I just took the closet, he took some drawers, and it was super easy. You can also hang your clothes in there, which is nice. I just love that we're right on the water, so we get a water view from this angle and then also from the living room. It's just so nice. In the patio, you can walk out from the bedroom or the living room. You have sliding doors on both, so you can keep them both open. We kept pretty much the sliding door in the living room open most of the time to hear the waves, and we got to see a lot of dolphins and manatees come around because we are on a corner unit. So we're not backed up to the complete oceanfront, but we are backed up half oceanfront, half intercoastal. So what we're seeing is a lot of dolphins and manatees come from the intercoastal into the ocean, and it's such a sweet spot. I think I would prefer this unit over a front unit, to be honest, because you get to see so much of the wildlife and you're so close to the water, because the ones backed up to the ocean side are a lot further because you have the whole beachfront in front of you. So not able to really see the animals, which...
Yes, very good points. One of the things I'll touch on for her too, that with the showers, she preferred that it would get hotter as far as the water. And for me, it wasn't a big deal in the beginning, but it isn't it's warm. It'll do just fine. Especially when your skin's getting roasted out in the sun, it'll do just fine. It's just not one of those where you're going to get it super, super hot. Yeah. And like she said, with where we're at, so the ocean's right here. It's where the intercoastal meets the ocean. So you can see in the background of how the water comes up almost right to the base of our unit or below our unit. And so we really like that because we're right on the water. And then behind us too is where the boats come out into the ocean, and there's a sandbar there. So you'll see literally every night we've seen dolphins. I think every day we've seen manatees. So it's one of the best spots. Okay, let's transition from inside. I think we covered everything inside the unit. Let's go to outside the unit. So we're literally a 1-minute walk. So you'll walk out of the front of this unit and turn left, and you're on the beachfront to the ocean. So you can't really get much closer. It's a pretty private beach too. So maybe on the weekends, like we're here on the weekend, it was a little bit more crowded, but nothing compared to the strip that's behind us. And I'll let her explain that here in a second, of the difference in the strips and what's around. On the resort, so this was a $50 fee, whether you get a car or don't. Definitely recommend getting a car. We could have done that different. We're like, oh, we'll just DoorDash and we'll sit here and just chill. And for us, there's so much going on around here, especially with someone that knows the area, that it's just worth it to get a car. We ended up going through Hertz and got a Kia Soul for I think it was $270 for 6 days. So whatever, you can do your own. I would just you can go through Turo, Hertz, whatever rental company. We did it through our Delta points. So anyways, but you're going to want that $50 for the resort fee. They don't tell you that on the Airbnb. It is worth it. You can go to it's the gatekeeper has everything. So you can go there and do the shuffleboard. They have shuffleboard, pickleball courts, tennis courts, ping pong. So they have things that you can rent. You just give them $20. They hold the $20 and then you go out and use it, and then you just bring it back and they give you the $20 back. There is a pool and a hot tub on site. It's what you would expect from a place like here, just a nice pool with a nice hot tub with the blue tiling around it. For us, we spent the majority of the time in the ocean. And then we'll go over, I'm going to hand it to her to let her kind of explain here, and then we'll dive in to some of the things around here. There's a grocery store, Publix, and we'll go into that stuff after she kind of touches on the oceanfront and all that.
Yeah, something that's really nice because we did end up renting the car is there's a covered parking spot, which was really nice because in Florida it gets so hot. So to have a covered parking spot was really ideal. So we really enjoyed that. Now, Sunset Beach, where we're backed up to, I didn't even know that Sunset Beach had this long of a beach down here because this is more residential. So you are getting more of a private beach. Now, if you go up a half a mile, you're going to see the very last beach access, and that's where you're going to see a busier beach, but you can walk up there. And there is a place called Caddy's. Now, St. Pete did get hit with a hurricane last October, so they are still rebuilding. So it's not the full Caddy's experience, but you can rent lawn chairs, umbrellas. You can get drinks, food. They have a food truck out there right now. They're kind of compensating, but they're still making it work. So it's so nice because you're like literally a mile from that. So you can just walk up the beach. It's beachfront. It's right there. So we are considered Sunset Beach. That's where this resort rental is. Now, let's say Sunset Beach is right here. If you go out to the main road, which is Gulf, and you hit a right, you are going to hit St. Pete Beach. And if you take that all the way down, it's a little bit of a drive, like maybe 5-minute drive. Then you can access all the beach bars and the restaurants that are on the sand on the beach. There's volleyball courts. There's so much to do down there. Ice cream shops, restaurants. That's St. Pete Beach. But then if you come out of Sunset Beach and you go left, you're going to hit Treasure Island. And Treasure Island, there's only there's more of hotels with restaurants on the beach over there. Less bar, younger crowd. I'd say Treasure Island might be a little bit of an older crowd. St. Pete Beach, if you like to party, we don't. But if you like that kind of stuff, definitely St. Pete Beach, but Treasure Island. So we are in between two really prime locations, really. And then I'll let you do the rest.
We do like to party, just without alcohol, just without booze. So behind us, just to clarify, behind us, what you're seeing across from this intercoastal, that's St. Pete Beach. Yeah. What would be in front of us here, going down this way, would be Treasure Island once we get off of where we're at, which is Sunset Beach?
Yes.
There we go. Okay, cool. Okay, what's around here? Publix is not too far of a shot, so it's, I don't know, 5 minutes, 8 minutes. So you can get, like, we got pub subs and bunch of groceries and stuff and just stacked it up for the week in there. And then we did some food, and I'll let her kind of explain some other things that are around here. I believe it was called Snappers.
Yep, Snappers on St. Pete Beach.
Snappers on St. Pete Beach was our favorite. It's you're gonna spend probably, if 2 people were a little over 100 with tip each night, but it was really, really good food. Their ahi tuna, their grouper, and then, was it Snapper?
Snapper and grouper.
Snapper and grouper, but I think the grouper was our favorite. Fan favorite grouper. Yeah, so that is not too far from here. And then we went to John's Pass, which they have some nicer shops. She got the shirt that she's wearing. I got a few, yeah. She'll model it for us here. I got a few shirts similar to that, like the ones with the hoods. And then there's a few cafes. So I did cafe, right here. Yeah, Soel. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Which is, we'll leave links for this stuff. But I really liked it. If you don't have gluten or anything like that, you're good with gluten, you can go there. I think it's a French person that she was saying that runs it. Really good. It reminded me of, honestly, I went in Tulum. It reminded me of a cafe there. And then I'm going to hand it back to her to let her describe some other things that are around here, like the pier, other things downtown St. Pete. But you can explain the cafe that you went to that's all gluten-free.
Yeah, so just to kind of talk about the cafe you were talking about, it's a French bakery. She's actually from France, and she came here and she started this restaurant. And since I've moved away, it's expanded and it's huge, but they have the best croissants and the best bakery goods. If I was not gluten intolerant, I would have enjoyed it with you. But because I am gluten-free, there's Craft Cafe, and that's about maybe 10-15 minutes from here. But then they have a second location downtown St. Pete. So whether you're on the beach or you're downtown, Craft Cafe is the best gluten-free baked goods that you're going to get. So they also have vegan options, so you can get gluten-free and dairy-free vegan options. They have matcha, coffee, all the things, and you can sit inside or outside. Both locations are awesome. Downtown, I took Mateo downtown. We have an awesome pier. Don't miss this experience. If you're here, please just don't. Go explore the pier. Go walk. There's shops. Go eat downtown. There's also like a restaurant called Fresco's that I would highly recommend that's on the marina. I didn't take you there this time, but it's really great. There's a bunch of restaurants and wine bars and all the things. Dolly Museum. There's the USF campus downtown. There's Vinoy Park. There's a little beach downtown too, so you can you get water everywhere here. So those are the things that I would recommend.
Cool. Yeah, definitely don't miss, especially if you're like me and you get a lot of sun and you're like, I need to hide from it from a day or so. Downtown St. Pete would be awesome. The pier is amazing. Like she said, there's vendors there. There's also live music. There's just a lot happening downtown St. Pete or by the pier and the other places. We'll leave links to as many places as we can. All right, now we'll give you our review. We'll give you a review. I want to hit some other cons just during the time that we were here. I don't know if y'all saw it pass in the background. There is some construction going on in the unit of this condo. I think it's 2 stories up, maybe it's a story up, but there's some construction going on. So at 8 o'clock in the morning, you'll hear power tools and things coming on, and I haven't really heard. Yeah, Monday through Friday, not on the weekends. I haven't really heard it go to 5. It's usually, but for us, it wasn't like oh man, we don't have like kids or anything like that. So we're usually up by 8 anyways and doing our thing. So it wasn't a big deal, but just wanted to let people know. And just remember, you look at the timestamp of this video and the date, because it may not be happening by the time you reserve this. I would rate it a 5-star overall. As far as it's clean, it's very nice. You have almost everything that you need inside the unit, plenty of space. You cannot beat the view. You cannot, I can't emphasize it. You cannot beat the view. You see dolphins, manatees, all that stuff every night. And then as far as I like having activities to do. So a little resort style where there are some shuffleboard activities, pickleball, all that. And then it's super short shot over to the ocean, and then a short drive to everything. So for me, for what we paid for it, it's a 5-star. There are some things that are worth considering, but nothing that would make me say like, hey, this is not a 5-star for what we paid for it. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I agree with that. I think it's definitely 5-star, and we had everything we needed. I would highly recommend. I left sunscreen and sun tanning lotion and our towels, but that may not be here if you decide to rent. So just make sure that you're prepared to go buy those things as well.
Awesome, y'all. Let us know what your thoughts are. If there's any other questions that we can help, leave it in the comment section. And if you haven't already, hit that like and subscribe. And if you end up booking this, let them know that you found this place because of our channel. If you go to any of the local places, just let them know. We're growing YouTubers, content creators. We love sharing our experiences. And the more that we can get our name out there, the more it helps us and the more we can help you. So let us know if you end up booking this place and what you think. If there's anything new that you notice or that you like about the experience, we'd love to hear from you. And again, if you haven't, hit that like and subscribe. We'll see you on the next video.